Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Telling all your friends the party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
Well, not just like I mean, because I showed up there, got introduced. She's like, "Oh, nice to meet you." We kind of were talking. She had a couple of things to throw in because it was like a group of out east kind of guys, Suffolk guys, were sitting there talking, and she's
she coached?
not coached. She just was like, just a couple of funny anecdotes, and it was like, and then she went out. Everybody performed.
Her husband was Lucian. Did she?
Yeah, no,
that?
I there was a moment that I overheard something, and so yeah.
Well, all right, stop. Just in case I don't want you to say anything, because even before we went on the air, you made sure you weren't on the air, so I didn't want you to say anything.
I don't even have to do this now with that.
Well, yeah, that's why I did
I
that.
respect you.
I respect you. What are we doing? Oh,
I don't want to make it gay. So
too late.
I touched his knot leg.
Vanessa kicked my ass. You think she's nice?
She was very nice. I didn't have.
But we're on the air.
Oh,
Yeah. See, I'm here for you, Helaine. I don't want to get you in
we're
trouble.
up there too.
All right. Hi, everybody. We already have no idea what's going on around here. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show. Good to see everybody. We're live on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Andy is here, Helaine is here, and Linda is here. Yay! Good to see you guys. Of course. We love when you guys come in. A couple of firecrackers they are.
Firecracker. A couple of cards.
But I want to know who's going to go first.
It looks like me.
All right. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say who's going first?
I'd like everything to look like you, Linda.
Nice. Well, that's where I'm going with this. It was Andy's birthday 2 days ago. They're going to give lap dances to you.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
So, all right, Linda, let's get right into this. Before we went on the air, Linda was all excited to be in the same room with these two studly men.
Yes.
And what did you say? The men out west are what? Wimpies? Is that what you call them?
They're wussy.
Wussies.
They're not masculine.
No, not like our kind
Not
of brand
like
of
I-
masculinity.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Not like I need.
What with our male pattern baldness in different stages.
Yeah, true.
Very masculine.
Like a real man. A man that'll open a door and hold your coffee and his coffee and...
Really? They're not like that out there?
Nope.
And choke you if you ask it. Just a little bit. Just a light choking. Church choking, I think they call it. Yeah.
Church choking.
I mean, that's what we did back in the rectory.
Pew, pew, pew.
Come on. Especially in Vegas, I would think there'd be men. I would think there'd be men from all over the world that are visiting Vegas.
Every week. I live
Okay.
this close to the south side of the convention center.
Okay.
The South Hall.
Yeah.
You cross the street from it, there I am.
Okay.
Every week I see a different bunch of a-holes coming from all different parts
You're
of the
allowed to
country.
curse on here.
Am I good?
Yes.
And
Go ahead,
none of them are
So anyway, these
attractive.
a-holes.
I've yet to see anybody. Like, they need to have New Yorkers night or week so I can see some real men.
Why don't you just stay here?
I'm thinking of moving here. I
No
just
kidding.
don't know where to move to. It's
Oy.
got to be affordable, and that means like
Well,
room
that's true.
closet.
Oh, CI. Centralized SIP.
Oh,
You'll be able to.
don't do that to her.
It's a little far at night when
Gordon
she leaves
Heights?
the club in Manhattan.
Yeah. No. Listen, East to Talk, it's too far. Like, to be going into Manhattan.
Where do you live, Helaine?
I live in Bayside now.
Oh, okay. And you got room?
You're a veteran, right?
I am not.
No. I am, though.
You are.
Yes.
Well, my uncles all settled in a co-op, the first co-op for the veterans, and they all
Oh,
lived there.
okay.
And I bought one of them when they all
Well,
had
all right.
in the death
But
march.
you're a veteran,
I'm a military veteran.
so you must get
I have
deals.
an honorable discharge. Still.
So do I. Every time you come in here. Sorry.
No, that was fucking great.
Sorry.
Normally. Yes, that's an honorable discharge.
Even I get surprised when I
That's
say something funny.
fantastic. No, you
Why
got
don't
to.
you tell me the GI spot joke?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the GI spot? Nice.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Nice.
No, all right, but no, seriously, don't you get some kind of military discount for housing or something?
I do. I can go through the VA hospital social workers and try to get housing. I
Right.
need to do that. Listen, before we go any further, she's the reason I'm alive.
Reason
I'm
you're
not
alive.
even joking.
You gave birth to Linda Marcus Smith?
People think we're
Over
lesbians.
here.
We're not. She listened for hours on end.
Who said-
She's your
whoever
George.
said
This
it?
isn't funny.
People-
Helaine is your George Bailey.
Yes, I had the worst time of my life, and she listened endlessly on the phone to all my bitching about life. got me into a program where I could turn around my thinking, has been there through thick and thin,
Oh, wow.
helped me out so many times. And if you guys don't book this bitch,
She
Say
educate.
up in you this bit. I love when Linda uses this term, up in this bitch.
yeah,
No, but
She
Linda,
educated you on the
I want to
Beatles.
know who said that about us. That's why I care about that.
everybody asks it. Like last night, I was on the phone with somebody whose name will go nameless.
Unnoticed.
His name, yeah, with the middle initial J, and
Michael J. Fox.
and he said,
You know Michael J. Fox. That's amazing.
I met him.
He's
I
in
met Michael.
Chicago.
But this person asked me, he goes, "Can I ask you a question? Neither one of you are married, right?" And I'm like, "Where's this going?" Neither one.
All right, slower, Linda.
Yeah,
Keep
am I
going.
talking too fast?
Yeah, nice and slow.
I'm on a high.
This next part. The two of you are not married. We'll pick it up there.
Men like to see that.
Of
and
course.
I mean, you say of course, but it's newfound territory.
For
So
you?
would that be- no. Yeah, what you're talking about, that men like to watch that. Is that what this show's about today?
That's
Well,
why you guys
it's
are
gonna
here.
be. Yeah.
I want.
You guys started
the
it, just so you know.
I mean, we can clear this off.
I need to fall in love with a military veteran who's preferably single, who loves
Preferably.
It's not a deal breaker.
You're
This is
bad,
not the
Andrew.
most.
Tell your wife to come in here right now.
who is also a NASCAR aficionado.
Oh, non-athletic sport concerning all rednecks. That's what NASCAR stands for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So if he travels with NASCAR and everywhere he goes, I get to go do comedy. It's a fit.
All right. See. All right. So she goes. She needs to go out to Suffolk, where they have the Riverhead Raceway.
I used to go to the boxcar races before you two were born with my father and his little league.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
Boxcar
Boxcar?
races.
I wasn't alive.
They crash each. They're just cars. That
Oh,
crash.
see, in North Dakota they called that the enduro race.
Boxcar sounds better.
You
Does
sound like you're familiar with the history of that on Long Island.
I know what it is.
That's how he lost his leg.
Right. It's still in the box. No, yeah, I just know what it is. I couldn't tell you anything about it.
But anyway, back to you and your.
Wait, you're missing a leg?
What?
I'm out of here.
All right, so
And it's not military.
so let's pick it back up. You guys started making out.
And then you really did you not know?
I knew.
Oh yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Okay.
Faking you out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, making out.
So you're
Are they
gently-
doing this today?
Helene,
not
while
never.
trying to clear some food off the corner of your mouth, sort of caressed, and the two of you locked eyes, and go.
No, it's more like, Helaine, could you not talk right now? I'm
Yeah.
putting on a one-woman show tonight, and I can't have any input for the next 3 hours till after we leave Tony. That was the romance you missed.
Is that true? You're doing a one-woman show tonight?
Very cool.
Really?
Yeah, the triad. Thanks to Helaine.
There's going to be a triad?
Book this bitch.
I think they call that the Devil's Triangle. Two dudes and a chick, right? We're all on the same page here. I'm glad.
No, I'm not on that page.
He's happily married, Linda.
So, all right, yeah. So, start from the beginning. What's the one-woman show all
Good,
about?
we got you off the other track.
Of course.
We'll get back on that.
Yeah, we'll get there. Don't
We'll get
worry.
to that locked lips later.
So it's for a
Kidding.
lesbian organization. I'm kidding.
It's a,
To benefit, mature women, helping younger women along in their journey.
Babe.
Sure.
Helaine's been
You got the
grooming
wrong
me.
one.
This is 100% what I'll be thinking about later anyway.
It's for a homeless. It's for the Bowery Mission to raise funds, and that's homelessness. And so I'm taking everybody in the audience through the journey of my life. Because here's the deal: is she got me the gig? At
Weren't you in a horrible accident? So you're going to put
Yes.
everybody through a horrible accident in the middle of the show?
I'm gonna drag
And the
them.
Holocaust.
I had to live.
Her parents. That's in there too.
Right.
And her uncle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a laugh a minute. Yeah.
If I had to go through it, and I
Then
could
you do too.
Yeah.
I said, don't you want to practice in the car? She said, I went through it. It's my life. I'll just talk.
Very nice.
Who needs to practice?
Well, that sounds very
I've been
exciting.
living it.
No,
I'm super happy for you. That's
No,
great.
that's really cool. Are you nervous?
No, like it's my life. I've been telling it to people my entire life, so I just have to do it and not choke up.
Is it like interspersed with jokes or?
Yes.
Yeah, there is. Okay.
45 minutes of
Oh.
like I start out with, Hey, how you doing? I know you're wondering, who is Linda Marcus Smith?
Who is Linda Marcus Smith?
You might as well. I've been asking myself that same question for 72 years. Go ahead. And then I go, what's not funny is homelessness. It's not funny, right, folks? But you know what is funny? Time plus tragedy plus time. Hilarious. So welcome to my comedy coach here, William Shakespeare. Come on out.
Right, yeah.
And then I go into it.
Nice.
See, Billy, speaking of Billy, we were talking about Billy earlier. One of my favorite jokes of his is homeless people. They're kind of like farts. They're dirty, they're smelly, and I kind of want to light one on fire.
God. That's very
I should
clever. He's a
open with
good
that.
comic. I love fart jokes and
Oh, yeah.
bathroom humor. That's
Killing people, I'm down. That actually, but the biggest laugh I got on Wednesday night, I did a Jeff Goldberg show down in Long Beach, and I'm done with Dracula. I'm not doing Dracula anymore.
Come on.
You got such a great Dracula.
He sure does.
But I was supposed to do Dracula that night, and Carrie was there, and I was like,
Love you, Carrie.
Carrie's fantastic, and I
Call me.
respect her opinion. She hates it, so I was like, all right, I won't do it. And I went up, and I have this. My mother posts memes all the time. Some of them are inspirational. Some of them are kind of sad. Like there was one that said, "We have a word for when parents or when children lose their parents, called an orphan. When a spouse loses a spouse, it's called a widow. But we don't have a word for when parents lose their children." I don't know about you guys, but I call that a night off. It's the darkest joke I tell. Jeffrey Gurian hated that joke when I did Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up.
Oh, did he?
But it got the biggest laugh for me anyway.
Thanks
Really
for
isn't saying
dropping
much.
names there.
Yeah.
Left, right, and center. Come on, Helen.
My friend went to high school with him, and I did a show with him too, so I could drop it.
He pulled a tooth of mine once.
Did he?
prick.
Oh, when
no,
he was
I'm
a
only
dentist.
kidding. No.
He was so sick with the
I wouldn't
COVID
let him
at the
near my
beginning of
fucking
the
mouth.
COVID, he talks about how he was near death.
Oh,
and
yeah, he was in bad
and
shape.
He finally called the.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't think he was gonna make that.
Shows you what he knows. So anyway,
What kind of
what
dentist
time is?
doesn't know their future?
Yeah, right. Don't they have a crystal ball? The crystal tooth. So what time is your show tonight?
Triad Theater, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
in Manhattan, and tickets are available at Ripple Effect Arts or something.
Ripple effect.
Can they go to like your Facebook page? Like, do you have it posted your Facebook page? So
I
there
would
you go.
like
So,
Helaine, you know her. She will find people. This lady knows people in every venue of life.
Really?
Like they're having a show. She knows people from high school, grade school, college, teaching.
Well, I find them on purpose to be bringers.
nice.
Sure. Yeah.
Class of '67, Elmont Memorial. Don't you want to hear from me right now and tell you to come to my show? Because Charlie Paquette is up my tuchus.
Right. It's like so like the obituaries. You're always like, oh, please no, please no, please. Still have all my bringers.
Oh, we made a joke about Rob.
I know you. I also know you hate the old humor stuff.
I do?
Yes, because when you were on Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up, and I was subbing for Benny, because Benny was the Gagoots or whatever, and I did Dracula
Yes.
as like the
What
roast.
didn't I like?
You
Roast,
turned to me
yeah.
right before we started, and you go, "I hope you didn't do any old jokes, because I really find that."
I said that?
Yes.
Old joke?
And I was like, ah, shit.
Oh, being old?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and I was
not
like,
me.
I think you were just trying to undercut me right before we went on, kind
I
of
can't
thing.
imagine saying
I didn't
that.
think that you were it seemed like a joke to me,
I write greeting cards. I think of it all day long.
because I think one of the things I said was, Helaine, I would suck your blood, but I'm afraid it'd be dust, like that kind of thing.
I find that funny. I'm surprised at myself.
I think it was a joke. Like, don't hit yourself, or you know what, harder.
Take it back.
Well, let Linda.
Now get
hit
Linda
you.
in there, yeah.
Right on the butt. Let her.
Well,
smack
it'll
you.
be tasteful pictures, ladies. Tasteful.
It's so funny. Wow. I said Beatles fans, men
Oh,
are different
there
than
it
women.
goes. There it
And
is.
you got like surprised, but you're talking about what men are interested in, which is shocking to a little Jewish girl from Elmont.
See, you knew she
Hebrew
was
screwed
going to do it. She was
Yeah, it was not going to happen.
dying to bring up the Beatles somehow.
Let her do it. It makes
Let
me
it
happy.
be. Let it be.
You want to
let
hear a
it
joke
be.
Tim said yesterday?
Tim who?
Tim Thompson.
Oh, yeah, I would love to
hear
on
Tim
the sad
Thompson.
demise of our coach Rob.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He said his funeral's going to be a bringer. Either he said it or someone else.
Sort of a classic.
Yeah.
Rob
You mean other people?
Rob
Yes.
Chaffee, Long Island legend?
Legend
Yeah.
for us. 350
I didn't.
students.
Like I said, I think I maybe met him one time. I know he very much, but all I heard were very sweet things before
Very nice
yesterday.
man. Yeah.
Well,
I've only ever heard nice things about him ever. So
Well, we talked about the joke Zoom when I was here the last time. Linda goes too. But he's a computer genius too. So what he built was a whole syllabus, a class, a boot camp, all for free.
Right. Wow.
He gave up 3.5 years of his life, no car. He
Yeah.
just sat there and did joke Zoom and helped people with their websites. Like,
Do we know what happened?
yeah,
We
I
do.
know because Allison called me.
Is it something we can talk about or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alice,
Okay.
his alarm was ringing for the 6 a.m. joke Zoom that he does because that's how dedicated he is for
Wow.
3.5 years. And Allison heard the alarm, so she went in and found him.
Right.
But listen to this. This is a testament to Rob. It was 14 minutes after 6, and the people in joke Zoom who we go on 6 a.m. They couldn't get in, and they knew if Rob wasn't there in 14
that
minutes,
something was wrong.
and they called the police too. That's saying a lot to
That
call
is.
the police because your teacher's
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
class. So that's what happened.
And kind of
And
weird
there's
too.
a
But
funeral already arranged. Mike Dillon got in touch with Rob's brother. which
Right,
was so
yeah.
quick.
yeah, Pat Dunn just posted on the Long Island comedy scene, in like literally right before you guys walked in.
Right.
I had seen it and giving the information, so it is there. if
People
anybody,
all over the world, Tony.
Oh, I'm sure.
We're on the Zoom with us. Just like at a Jewish shiva, you talk about the dead person and it helps you. So we had 2 of those calls already. People all over the world. He has. That's why he does 6 a.m. So Africa could be there, New Zealand.
That's different than a Catholic shiva.
What's a Catholic shiva?
I don't know, but that's a Jewish shiva.
Oh, right.
Somebody asked me if there'd be a rabbi and if the casket, when's the viewing. I go, first of all, Rob wouldn't have a rabbi. Second of all, there's no viewing for
Yeah.
Rob.
Well-
but thank you.
But we don't know what he died from, right?
That
we don't
not
know.
yet.
Right. Okay.
But when someone doesn't wake up, it's
well-
usually
Means they're dead.
He will.
or in a coma.
Oh, true.
well.
No,
Oh,
sure,
okay.
sure. That-
Now, but I was trying to think yesterday. I knew Rob not well, but I knew him. I've had some great conversations with him about comedy, but I was drawing a blank when I heard the news.
Yeah.
What was he's worked in some big time stuff. Do you remember?
Oh yes, he worked with Al LaBelle. He worked Danny Aiello. He worked.
Okay.
He used to perform, and then he hosted for Mike until Chris started to host
Right.
Mike, and then he devoted his whole life to sitting at that computer and doing jokes and writing this class and writing websites and AI.
Didn't he write for somebody big or wrote for a show or something? Didn't he do something big like
Look
that?
it up.
Hey,
Mostly he.
I
Well,
could've
what we
sworn.
know about is the people
yeah,
he
yeah.
worked with. What's this guy's name? He's a character. He used to work with him. If you know the name, a Long Island comic who's a bit of a character.
Bob Nelson.
Well,
I
that too.
would've went
Yeah,
straight to
he's
Bob
best
Nelson.
friends with Bob.
Oh, okay. Or maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
All right.
And
so-
when Bob needed money for his illness,
Yeah.
Rob asked us, and of course comics came along, but we all, I said if it's something Rob wants, I'm going to give a lot of money to Bob, and I feel good that when I see Bob on stage that we all helped him live, really.
oh yeah,
So
Bob
yes,
went
he
through
was
it.
close with Bob,
He went. Yeah, Bob went through some crazy stuff.
and now he's performing, and my brother loved seeing him in Rhode Island.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, Bob's great. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's
of.
what
Maybe
you're thinking. He's
yeah.
very close, and he's the one who helped get the word out that he needed the money. And
Okay.
oh, Bob Nelson comes on Joke Zoom once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Watch us, yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
He's never had the pleasure of meeting me yet.
Okay, so
Tell him
let
to get in
Linda
line.
talk. Linda can
Well,
talk now.
I
I'm
think
doing-
maybe if you guys, he'd probably be interested.
He'd be watching today.
He'd be absolutely
We'll let him know when the kiss is coming, and
Right.
he'll watch. He'll watch.
Trust me, he'll totally
He's
be
into
into
clean
it.
comedy, so that'll work.
Bob Nelson, nay, Rob Chaffee would want to see it. Too soon?
I'm not even offended. It's just
Yeah, no, I hear you.
so bad that
Yes.
I'm not even offended. It's like above.
Yeah.
So bad.
It's like you wish your ears didn't work. I
What?
know. That's
Well,
usually
I
how
don't
people
think
come away
these
from my
are
shows.
on, so just as well.
Well, you can turn up the volume.
I
but
think
you
it's.
don't need them on.
I think it's over here.
It's this one right here.
If I don't need them
Oh,
on.
it's all, these are all the way up.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one's all the way up.
Where's Art Schill when you need him?
Oh yeah, we were gonna surprise you and invite him.
I
think he's.
invited him.
I think he's
Oh, yeah.
running an ultra marathon today.
Remember that whole thing?
Oh, I remember it
and
well.
I called him.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool to surprise you. We were gonna surprise you today, right?
I
Linda?
asked him, and he said he's not into venturing out much right now.
I hear that. Yeah.
So yeah. So you never landed.
She
that.
met him.
Oh, you did meet him.
I met him at a show here in the Giggle Room.
I think I was here that night, wasn't
Were
I?
you?
I think I may have been, and he kind of didn't he shy away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Every
remember that.
man is that way with me. I don't get it.
I don't get that at all.
Like, if they come on too strong, I shy away. But
But don't say every. You got two guys who are locking the door here.
Lock him
Oh, we know nobody's coming in. We don't have to lock it.
Well, if James wants to come in,
But he can
I like
watch.
husky guys. But not married ones who are already here.
Helaine gets herself in trouble.
Rob said I'm the only one who talks to James the way I do. I go, James, what's the matter? I brought Ziggy out from New York. He won the Jews contest. You didn't even come and watch him. What's up with that? I said, well, Helaine, I was with the headliners in the other room. I'm sorry.
is that what you do? You turn it on. You act all
Like him.
Italian.
I love the way he talks. I said, where are you from? I just love the way you talk. He said, I'm from where everyone else is from. And then, what's McNeely's first name?
Terry.
He said, no, you're not. No, you're not. We were at the bar.
Oh, yeah, it made
get
sense
in
at the
trouble?
bar, I'm sure.
I'm dropping names.
How
like,
hammered do I have to be to get the rest of this?
the rest, that was it. I mean,
Because I
what
do
you
have
think?
weed out in the car. I mean, I can get high. But
It's legal. You could say that.
hell yeah. I would have said it even before it was
Look
legal.
with it.
That's what kind of person I am.
There's only one time Tony insulted me, and that's when Adam Ferrara's going to be sitting here in a few days. Oh, what am I, chopped liver? I'm sitting here now.
What the hell is she talking about?
I have
When
no
Adam
clue.
was-
Just smile and nod.
Adam was performing.
Yeah.
Sure we can't talk about the Beatles?
You can't talk about bigger comics than me. Honestly,
Whenever you're here, I say Helaine. Like I've been saying it for 2 weeks now that you guys were coming in.
oh, I'm sorry. I should
Yeah, that's
feel
right.
You should see
ashamed
what he
of
says under his breath after he says it.
myself. Adam Ferrara's coming tomorrow. He's a big star.
Well,
Yeah.
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 Bobby Collins is coming here for 24th, 25th, but he's like our friend. He
Oh,
let
is
us
that
go
right?
to his apartment. Did I tell you last time?
I think you were telling us. Yeah.
And he
I don't
went
remember
out to move his car or something, and when he came back, I go, you don't even know us. I could have taken a lamp. And his lamp is like huge. I go,
See,
I
this
could
is-
have taken a lamp.
this-
you don't even know us.
What's so sad is that Bobby Collins' power Me Too move. He expected to come back and you guys be naked.
Right.
And you weren't, so you missed your shot.
You're
I'm
in
just
a dirty
saying.
mood today because Bobby's
Today.
happily married.
Yeah. What she left out though was when he came back. It was 2 days later.
Right.
And I did take a lamp. He took us out to eat at a restaurant where James would be.
Oh, really?
Oh, a nice place.
Well, you know,
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Tony.
I go.
I'll have the regular. What do you like? Let me call my wife. What's that thing I have here at Tony's? Tony, this is what I want. And let the girls have whatever they want. Ice cream sodas.
Ice cream soda.
I made that up.
Orange whip. 3 orange whips. It's from Blues Brothers.
Yep.
John Candy says the line.
It's
Sorry.
a great movie.
Yes, it is.
Poor John Candy. How old was he when he died?
50-something?
I don't think he was that old. I want to say early 40s. We'll wait.
Yeah.
You're never going to get Alzheimer's
pressure.
with this stuff.
Well, that's true,
That's
right?
Well, we'll
good
never
joke,
know. We
Linda.
have it anyway.
Yeah, right.
What'd you say? Linda thinks I have Alzheimer's.
No, you're right. 44.
Tell them that you think I do because I leave things.
43.
I said I
Before-
lost my
before-
keys. She goes, it must be Tuesday, and but tell them what you lost the other day.
What did I lost?
Her virginity?
I got so sick. I was supposed to be on a show at Broadway. Yeah, it was a real show, not a bringer. Just have to put that in there. And I get sick, not because of nerves, because I have diverticulitis and I ate nuts. Not supposed
Yeah,
to
you
do
did.
that.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm getting sick out of both ends at the same time.
You still want that threesome?
What are you kidding? She's only getting hotter.
I
Keep
know.
going. Slow it down again, though.
She said something about both ends. Yeah.
I'm in the bathroom of a
Double
diner,
shot.
up checking in the sink, and I get home and I don't have my bottom teeth. Now I can only give a half a blowjob.
What are you kidding? That's a great blowjob.
Yeah, really.
And
Yeah,
she's
you-
doing a one-woman show with no teeth.
Yeah, but I found them. I found them. They found my teeth, but they had the bathroom locked when I got there. They
So-
didn't want to unlock
So
it.
did you have to call the club and say, "Hey, I left my teeth there"?
I had to call the diner and say, "Listen, I was in the bathroom last night and I got sick." And they're thinking you're the one that got it all smelly.
Yeah,
I
right.
couldn't help it. I tried to clean as best I could,
Right.
but there's residue, and I'm not a cleaning person. But I was walking around for a half a day without any bottom teeth. I saw, what's his name, Roger Paul on the street, and I'm talking to him with half my teeth. Won't you book me on a
Yeah,
USO
Albany,
tour?
New York, on the border with his
Kind
big friends.
of like this.
Pull me
Hey, I was
over.
wondering if you can bring me on the USO.
All I want for Christmas is too.
What are you saying? Put me in, huh?
Roger, if you put me in the French part of the border, because he books people in Oshkosh, if you put me in the French part of the border, they'll think I'm just speaking their language. Joba, joba, joba.
All right, so Helaine just got herself canceled.
By Roger. Or a bad joke.
Laissez-faire on this one. Okay, that means
Oh, because I said he books people.
No, and then you were derisive about whatever language. I don't even know what
Oh,
language
I
you
was
were.
politically incorrect about the French.
Oh, is that?
Speaking
How about
French.
her? Yeah, French would be.
Joba, joba, joba. Vanessa
Practice.
does.
Oh,
Figure
really?
out
Je parle français aussi. Nice.
You took 7th
Très
grade
bien.
French. That's impressive.
Well, my great grandmother was from France. She was alive until I was 12. So
Oh, and the Greek is the other side of the family?
no, actually, that's my father's half Greek, a quarter Italian, and a quarter French.
So there's an interview of Andrew today, and we could go home.
Oh yeah.
I'm only kidding.
No, please ask me more questions. I love talking about me.
I know, and we'll just leave. We'll slink out.
We'll slink out.
Slink.
Slink. Linda, I have two questions for you.
yes, sir.
There were two things that you have listed on your Facebook that I don't recall hearing about.
Oh, okay.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and the Guinness Book of World Records.
Let's do this.
Let's do
Oh
it.
shit! Finally.
Okay, so I had the brain injury in 1996 from a drunk driver,
Right, I remember that.
and I got it for free, and I'm Jewish, so I'm not complaining. And sorry if you're offended. And so I'm only half Jewish.
That's
so-
the French thing.
Hey, can't be worse than Helaine. Keep going.
So I gave up on life because, I was told I'd never learn anything new or whatever. So I bought it, lock, stock, and barrel for 16 years. I gave up on the couch. And then I decided, my daughter said, if you don't try to make life work, I'm out of here. So I got up and I tried to start remembering shit. And I got out Trivial Pursuit cards. And I read the question, flip it over for the answer. Oh, man, what was the question? And it kept happening. So I got pissed. So I started doing it fast. When I did it fast, information started going in my brain.
Oh, wow.
And so then, because I was so angry and going so fast, it connected. And so, I know you got a joke coming. And so
Talk about going fast.
So I tried out for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Nice.
And I booked myself 3 days in a row just in case. The second day I didn't do it. Sure enough, I needed 3 days because I can figure everything. First day, I didn't make the cut. I didn't get enough answer. You get 30 minutes, 30 questions with Meredith Vieira, 2005. Nope, didn't do it. Go back next day, try it again. I remember that I went and looked them up at Barnes & Noble, came back second day. Nope. Third day, I made it into and I beat out a rocket scientist.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And then on the way out of the ABC, NBC, whatever studio it was, I think ABC.
I think it's ABC, yeah. I think.
I'm standing there in the out area where the loading dock is. And wouldn't you know, Regis Philbin has to come in with his car and everything. and I have to wait for him and all his dry cleaning. And I'm standing there and I'm like, have you ever had something like stupid happen and then something wonderful happens because of it? I'm standing there waiting for Regis to get and so I can leave. And this phone rings, the cell phone rings next to me, big tall guy. He goes, gets off the phone, he looks at me, and he says, I just got invited to be on the Late Show. And it was
Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson.
Oh, very
And
cool.
she took a picture of him getting that phone call, which
Nice.
she'll put on her Facebook again.
And he asked me, do you want my autograph? I was the first person he told. And I said,
Wow.
listen, I've lived a life of crime. I did. I lied, cheated, and stole. I was raised to do that. And I quit. But I still remember how to, falsify a signature. I don't think you want to give me your autograph.
Wow.
And he was like,
Only if you sign my tits is what I thought you were going to say. But that is an interesting
Clean story.
response that you did. The real response was way more interesting than what I was hoping for.
I actually have some Trivial Pursuit here, but
Yeah?
but Linda will kill me because it's the Beatles.
oh,
Trivial Pursuit.
man.
I know,
was
I'm
so
also me.
close.
There's something called Punderdome that our friend wrote, and it's cards with puns.
Oh.
And I'll tell you all about Punderdome another time, maybe
All
on
right.
an email, because it's Linda's turn to tell the second thing you asked her. Which
Yeah, the Guinness
Way
Book.
to go,
Well, all right. Well, wait a minute.
Keeping it going.
Sticking with
Thanks,
Millionaire.
Helaine.
So you beat the rocket scientist. So then what? Did you advance?
They took me in. The producer sat down with me. Figured I was a little mashugana with the brain injury. Kind of figured I was from the West Coast. What are the odds I'll be able to come back when they want me to if I'm on a shoestring budget? So they passed on me. It's okay.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I get invited and ghosted. It's like a dance I do.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So the Guinness Book of World Records. What do you? Are you in the Guinness Book of World
The
Records?
minute I left the studio,
Okay.
I walked, and it was holiday time, 2005. Walking down, and some lady says, "Hey, do you want to get in the Guinness Book of World Records?" And I'm like, "No. Why would I want to be? Why would I want to?" And I couldn't get there fast enough, so I ran to wherever she was going. I had no idea where I was going. I could have been going into a cult. I didn't care. I went there, took a chance, and it was the biggest Times Square Christmas caroling thing. They broke the record.
For the what? The most people singing it together?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't do Jack by myself. I
Well,
had nothing to do with it.
That'll be tonight.
Yeah, well, that's why
I'm
Helaine's
gonna
here.
do Jack.
She calls Helaine Jack. Yeah. So
Good
What do they
times.
call that? Sexual harassment of being harassed for something I didn't do. Now, if she meets a guy named Jack tonight, I'll take a picture and show
Most
you.
people would count themselves lucky, Helaine.
So if we look under that in the Guinness Book of World Records, like does it just say the choir at New York City, or does it list everybody? Like, is your name there?
I don't know. I've never looked it up, but I've got the pink card.
You got the
One
pink
of
what?
my photos.
Oh, pink card.
Yeah, you get a pink. You got a pink card with
Yeah.
a seal on it. It says Guinness Book of for World's Largest Caroling.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
It's on my Facebook somewhere in my albums of yesterday.
of photos, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Normally he's better at stalking, so.
Stalking. I've done a lot of stalking. I
Really?
used to work at the airport and stalk the celebs coming in.
Really?
Los Angeles?
In Portland, Oregon, after high school, like I went to college, whatever. And
Had a
then
lot of celebrities coming through Portland, Oregon? Yeah.
Yeah, real fast. They didn't stop for long. I should have left. When I was
And what were you trying to do? Like get their autographs?
I had
Like,
to meet them.
bang
I grew
them? Oh.
up watching TV, and like I'd pay the sky caps to tell me who's coming in, what gate, what time. And there
Really?
I was.
You
Just
saw
Wow.
that guy from Thriller,
Michael Jackson?
Vincent.
Price.
Oh, Vincent Price.
Yeah.
The guy from Thriller. That's what you know Vincent Price
Vincent
for?
Price from what's my fifth? The Tingler.
Yeah.
Scream, scream! It's the only way to kill the Tingler. You ever seen that movie? It's one of my favorites. A
What-
horror movie.
Did he?
What's
Because
that
he kind of swung both ways. Did
he?
Did he? Yeah. I swear to you, I just.
I don't
read
know if that's true. He was just from Quebec.
No, I was just reading an article about him just weeks ago.
Really?
I swear to you. And his daughter claims that he told her that he played for both teams.
Nice.
We have to give her some airtime.
Oh, all right.
We let her talk about
I
the
don't.
Beatles. She's turning pale.
All right. What do you think about the new song?
Bagels!
Well,
get it out of her
Rob, in
system.
the class, he told everyone it's like okay, and I was insulted. And then as he heard it more, Is that good English? He said it was good, and I said, you have to clean up that the other day you put it down. I'm going to tell you what I thought when I first heard it. I thought it was AI. I didn't know. I don't know what everyone knew about it.
So you thought it was fake?
I thought it was because I didn't hear the whole story about how it was made, even though you'd think I'm such a good Beatle fan. I was a bad Beatle fan that day. So when I heard it, I said, you mean to say that's not really John? That's AI? And it impacted me. And the whole day while I listened to the Beatle channel, I was feeling sad. And then Tim said, it's not AI. That's really John. And then I heard that it was John. Right. So then I was open to the record. And I think it's great. And it's wonderful that once again the Beatles have a new song and all that. And everyone's talking about it. But I don't want anyone to put it down until they listen 10 times or 20 or 30. I'm like kidding. I'd like to hear what you two think.
I still haven't heard it.
Oh, really?
Bad Beatle fan. Kidding.
Yeah, I actually have a life.
Well, I hear you.
Like these fucking people.
No, he's right.
Like
How
these
could you hear
Beatle
a
fans.
Beatles
They're
song?
always like, how could you not have heard that by now?
Because he
Well, I
goes
didn't
to
say
work.
that. I just
know,
went,
I'm
really?
putting- I'm putting the words into you.
Yes,
He has
you
a
are.
plastic needle molding company.
Needle molding.
You figured they could make records and he would have heard it by now.
Vinyl?
Yeah, vinyl.
I bet he
Those
has a
aren't plastic
family
injection
and a child and he sleeps with his wife. He has a life.
All of that is true,
He
oddly.
can't listen to
Like,
the
I can't
Beatles.
believe that you nailed all of that.
He can't listen to the Beatles.
No. I don't listen to the Beatles channel. I listen to Lithium on Sirius.
Oh, that's like
That's
hard,
my
heavy
era.
metal.
Well, it's not
When
heavy metal. It's grunge and alternative music from
Yeah.
the late 80s and early 90s.
Excuse me for putting down anything
Oh, no.
that I don't like. No, I get to that channel and
No, well, and nobody should, like, that's, I always tell my daughters, I'm like, don't listen to the music that I listen to. I mean, if you're interested, go ahead, but I'm not going to expect it. I tell younger people, you are not responsible for the sum of pop culture that has come before you. So when an older person goes, I can't believe you don't know who Pearl Jam is or Smashing Pumpkins or something like that, stop. Like, if you're wearing a Nirvana t-shirt and somebody comes up and says, name 3 of their songs, get out of my face. How's 4? You know, like, that's I'm not one of those people that thinks that everybody should know what I was into, kind of thing.
Well, I didn't say that.
Not like you guys.
I said when I got to that channel, I called it heavy metal, which it's not.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I wanted to hear what Tony thinks of the Beatles
Yes.
song.
No,
That's
and then
okay.
we're done with me. Yeah, no. Just directing traffic over here. White gloves or something?
You went through a whole soliloquy about young people and old people in music. Go ahead.
I
Tony.
actually just 3 weeks ago I was at Abbey Road.
You were?
I was there, and I actually thought about you. Well,
Oh,
that was
did
in the
you
hotel
take a
room.
picture crossing the street?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
You went to Abbey Road, and did you go into the studio?
I wish. No,
They have tours.
Yeah, but they're not running right now.
Okay, did you go to the Beatle souvenir shop next door?
I did.
Did you go to Paul's house? You should have told me he lives around the corner.
She's trying to get to, like, the whatever thing that you didn't do that she did. That's what this sounds like, right?
You know what I wanna say?
Linda's coming
Here's
back
what I'm
out of
saying,
this one.
Andrew.
No, I know. I'm just, it
I wish
sounds
I knew
funny.
he was going. I would have told him where Paul's house was so he could be an annoyance.
Yeah,
Like
but
I was.
but it's not his house anymore, right?
He still has it.
Oh, really?
7
Oh.
Cavendish. It's near Abbey Road. But tell me about you and your life.
That was the whole thing. I went there. I was there for a half hour. I took
He wasn't
the
even
pictures
there
and I
that
left.
long. You
Oh,
would be
to England.
disappointed.
I went to England
you would
for
be
a day.
disappointed to hear how long he was in
I went to England for a day, and then I came home.
Wow.
Yeah,
What's the
just-
occasion?
I went to go see a concert. I got there on a
That's so
Thursday morning.
impressive.
I slept for a few hours. Went to Abbey Road. Went to the concert.
Banged a couple of gay guys?
Yeah, that's true. 3, and then went back to bed. That Friday morning, I came
That's
back home.
a dedicated fan. And it wasn't. Was it for a Marshall Tucker? No, there's an English Marshall Tucker.
Bachman
fan.
Turner Overdrive. Jesus.
No.
Do you know anything about him?
That's who you went to
Motorhead.
see. Oh, I saw.
No, I'm joking. No,
Don't fuck with
Motorhead?
Lemmy, dude.
no, I'm
Lemmy's
joking.
dead.
What band?
I went. He's a close
I'm not
friend.
gonna laugh.
No, he's a close friend of mine.
Hold that.
His name is Elio Pace. He does a Billy Joel show.
Wow.
But he's my friend. That's why I went to support
Right.
because he's
Well,
one of
what
my
do you
best
think
friends.
of the Billy Joel group that we go to see?
Which is who? Which one?
The one in Paramount, you know.
Oh, Big Shot, Mike Del Judas. Mike Del Judas.
I call him Del Judice.
Well, that
For
would
no
be wrong.
reason.
Yeah, that would be wrong.
Right?
He was listening to him when I came in.
Yeah, I had Mike Del Giudice just release an album
He
today.
learned guitar from my best friend. Well, Linda's my best friend. My friend Steve Subject's
old best friend.
Sound Beach Music.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve Subject. You know Sound Beach
I'm
Music?
familiar with it, yeah.
Well, Sound Beach
that's-
Music is right around the corner from my house.
That's my friend's store. He sold it to the violinist from the band that sounds like Dave Matthews.
Ants Marching.
You know them. I know
Yeah.
all them. And the sax player in Mike's band learned from Steve when he was 9.
Wow.
And
So-
Dan
Well, that-
Brown, who Michael Del Giudice, I don't know how to pronounce
Del
it.
Giudice, yeah.
Del Giudice was working with. Remember when I came to protest your appearance on
Yes.
Stony Brook Radio?
Yes.
I did. I sat outside with signs that say Tony only has one leg to stand on.
And then I got a parking ticket, $30 was Sunday.
Neither here the so I started talking to DeJesu was there, right?
Joe DeJesu, who
So-
plays with Mike Del Giudice.
I somehow I mentioned Dan Brown, who's the son of somebody I went to high school with, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Dan's been singing for Mike, and we've all been jamming and everything."
Oh,
so
okay.
and here's the kicker, and to bring it back around, worked at Sound Beach Music at the time.
Oh, what's his name? Dan Brown?
Dan Brown.
I'll tell Sally because we do coincidences. Did you ever have a coincidence and you always want to tell somebody?
Yeah.
Well, every coincidence that we have, Sally and I tell each other. So this
I got lost. Who's Sally?
Sally owned Sound Beach Music with
Oh,
her
oh.
husband Steve.
Oh,
who
okay.
Taught those two their instruments.
This
Right.
sounds like there's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole. It's a memory song. Anyway, go on.
I'm done. It's Linda's turn.
Now, Linda.
I'm going to be at Governor's. I don't mind saying that
Well,
tomorrow.
you should say that.
Because
Nice.
Charlie
There you
was up my tuchus till I got my high school to go.
Oh.
I'll go
What?
anywhere to get Charlie off my back.
Charlie
My
was
high
up. You
school-
took us until high school? What?
I have to bring my whole high school
He doesn't
and put it on
listen.
Facebook, and
Oh.
I'll be there just
I
so
just
Charlie
can't keep
says,
up. Okay.
maybe you should change the date you're going to be there. After all, Ziggy will be there in December. No, I already put it out there. I have to show up.
Right.
So you're going to be at tomorrow
Sometimes
night?
I host, yes.
Oh, you're
I'll
gonna
be there.
host?
No, not tomorrow, but I
Sometimes
sometimes
when
host him in the city or here.
Tomorrow you're just coming to watch.
No, I'm in the show.
You are in the show.
Am I that unclear? I'm a communications
No, it's me.
major.
It's me.
No. I'm gonna be there, and I can't change the date, Charlie, because I already put it out there, and people show up sometimes. Do you know she has fans that won't come to see me even if I pay?
Why?
They just like her better, and
They're allowed to like more than one person.
they don't.
That's weird. Who are
That's
these people?
weird.
Who is she talking about?
We're not going to say the
Just
name. She
start
might
like
be listening.
diming people out.
Certain people say, no, I'm busy. No, I'm in the hospital. No, my dog died. And then
People.
Linda was here the other night
People.
at Sunday. And there she was. But you have to give Linda credit. She gets Ange to say yes, just on the phone. She says, hi. And she gets a spot when we're all
Nice.
doing the right thing, sending
Right.
an email and calling and shivering. And she says,
Is that a verb? Shiva.
what about the shiver?
Is it a verb?
It's not much of
A
an action
shiver.
word.
Okay, so it's a noun.
Why'd you talk about
Because
shiver
you
when I'm
said
talking about
shiva-ing.
Shiva,
shivering?
Shivering. So you,
I'm not from East Talk, and excuse me.
no,
I said shivering.
I'm originally from Astoria, but yeah.
I'm in a movie you wanted to talk about. I'm
Oh.
not allowed to talk about it, so I'll call it a movie
What-
instead of
Okay.
a pilot.
A project.
What can you
Sounds
talk?
very-
What can you say about
I
this?
can say that Ziggy, our best friend, well, now he is, we have to kiss with shields on our, I put it on Facebook, shields on our face like from COVID. We're wearing shields.
Yeah.
So I kissed him because he's my husband, and I can't say too much about it, but I kissed him, and now when his wife watches the movie, she's going to be pissed.
But you had shields on.
But she already hates me. She hates my
Ah,
stupid
well,
comedy.
that
She
makes
hates me
sense.
calling them at midnight talking about comedy. And now she's going to see us kissing.
Well, maybe she'll like it.
I got
Wow.
in a movie out west
Oh yeah.
where the men are wussy, and
Did you have a kissing scene? With a wuss?
better. I had like they were gonna kill me and then rape me,
Whoa.
and I'm like, can we do it the other way?
Yeah.
I'm a boomer.
I mean,
So she got raped.
go ahead.
She got
Sex,
killed. and
rape, then sex again. That's okay too. But definitely want to have the sex before the killing.
She got raped. So I met the guy who put on the movie in the comedy show, and I go, when am I going to see Linda get raped and killed? I mean, killed and raped.
Then
And
he's
he
like, "What are you
goes-
doing tonight?"
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I don't know. Isn't there a timeline or some way you could see her movie?
So-
I'm doing so many projects. Linda got raped and killed. Who knows when that's
So
going to ever
you already filmed it?
Yeah, it made it, but and it's somewhere. And then I got invited to another movie, and it was like a room full of very attractive men. I'm not going to say that they had a certain color, but
gray.
and so I was there making jokes about them.
I went
just
with blue.
roasting them, and I know that's going to make it. It's not going to wind up.
The question is, are you gonna go back?
Yeah.
One, two. That was funny. Made me laugh.
It was fun being with a whole bunch of black men.
I
Can
bet
we
it
say
was.
that still?
Yeah.
This is like a fantasy coming true, I bet.
Well, it was fun watching them bust up laughing because I was doing highly relatable material that was non-offensive, you know. And
Right.
They usually expect different from boomers, so that made them laugh. Not the joke.
We like, I hate it when bitches be like that kind of material.
Like the movie Airplane.
Super relatable.
Shit.
Back
know,
to you.
Ain't no thing.
Did you ever hear about that exhibit of the black naked men in the Guggenheim? Yeah, my friend went to it and said it was true.
You should
After
have seen
going
their
to this
Guggenheims. Big.
Now, what did you have to do with these big gray men?
So they let me have a scene where I'm sitting on a couch, and I get to improvise whatever I want to say.
Oh.
So I just started talking about how
About anything. They didn't give you a subject? It was
nothing, like just how you're glad to be here. So I just started like using shit in the room, and I just thought it's so great to be here. I know Mrs. Mizell would be really jealous because look at those hot men, you know. Like,
Did you work any?
Helaine doesn't know I did this.
You kept it secret?
Yeah, I withheld information purposely. I don't want to help your career by
Yeah.
telling you.
Oh, because I might ask to be in the movie?
No.
Just like I'm going to reach Mr. Winchell as soon as I leave here. You got a spot
Good
4
luck.
hours
Good luck.
away for no money and
Good luck getting a
sleepover.
response. He has a bit of an ADHD issue, so.
Mine.
So, was the rape scene, was that weird to do a scene like that? Or
So weird.
Yeah.
But like all it was is him coming near me and then cut.
Oh, okay. I'm picturing
So
like
disgusting.
So tasteful.
Yeah.
tasteful
And
rape.
you know where it
Tasteful
was?
rape.
It was
Post-mortem rape. Yeah.
There's something else scary about it. She was taken to a town outside Las Vegas in the wood, not wood.
This sounds like you're
desert.
being taken somewhere
Yeah.
to be killed and raped.
She said, Helaine, they picked
It was
me
a
up
movie.
at
I didn't
4
see
a.m.
cameras, but it was for a movie.
Where's Liam Neeson?
Right. Now,
Taken.
can I ask you about can we get the name of this project?
No.
Oh, you can't.
Not
All right.
because somebody put it on their Facebook and they.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah,
is this
no need to?
is this the movie or is this the pilot?
I'm calling it a movie so
But it's the
that
pilot.
nobody will say I talked about it.
I
as
said it. It's a pilot.
A pilot could be for a movie. Oh,
well,
no, it
true.
can't. It could be for a series.
But the reason I'm asking is because I think I'm in this too.
Okay, you could talk about it and get in trouble.
I'm
I know
not.
Carrie.
Sorry, he's
is.
not watching.
Carrie's in it,
Carrie's in it too.
and so is Teresa Catastrossi Farrell.
Yes, then I think it is because her name was mentioned to me as far as people
And you
who were in
went
it.
and filmed.
I'm
in
in
Astoria?
one scene in Astoria in that pizza place.
No, but we had pizza.
Oh,
No, they brought us pizza.
okay. Well, no, we filmed in the pizza place. Yeah, so
That's
I'm in
part of
one
the-
scene.
That's
Okay.
so exciting.
That's cool. We're in a movie together. See that? And we didn't have a kissing scene. That's bad.
That's very funny.
We have something to announce.
Oh,
about
do you?
Joe Firestone. Do you want to say it?
Okay.
She means so much to you.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
remember I told you about the card game, the Punderdome
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
So I'm in the senior center, and it turned out I was in a TV movie, and it went to the Critics' Choice Award, and
Oh.
our teacher just got Steve Colbert to hire her as the head writer for the new show that's going to take over the late night spot of James Corbin.
Yeah.
So she's going to L.A. She's leaving us.
Cool.
So not only did she say goodbye, and Rob say goodbye the same week. And one of my bringers from Governors, who always shows up, I called him. I go, he must be dead. And he was dead.
Oh, my
He lived
goodness.
in Riverhead.
Cheese and
He's a bringer.
crackers.
So when Charlie said, you have a lot of people coming, I go, Charlie, my
all
bringer
dying.
died. So leave me alone. But I got
goodness.
those high school girls. But back to you. So
Andy says the same thing,
Which-
but
but
that's totally different.
That sounds horrible. Like I have these high school girls.
I got these high school
Gonna make
girls.
them come out.
So Joe just had us do a film.
Oh, yeah. So Joe has
Sorry.
some films. We're on YouTube. One's called The Staring Contest. Linda is a writer on there because she couldn't be here then. And then one's called The Singles Retreat. And that went to film festivals just like Don Sill and your movie
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And it did very well.
Nice.
And the Good Timing is on Peacock, and that went to the Critics' Choice. Joe's a winner. And then she made the card game. And then during the strike, she wrote a mystery novel and taped it. And so she does everything. She's been on. Her Wikipedia for her age is higher than Linda Eastman's. There,
Well,
I
I
said.
searched for Linda McCartney, is why it went straight to the right Linda Eastman.
Yeah, I found, Berlin, Ohio, shoot me. I found the wrong Linda Eastman.
Well, she asked for
But
it.
she wanted to put a word in for Joe because she's so nice to
Nice.
us. And I bought a cake, paid for it myself, but they gave me some money. I'm Jewish, I had to say that. But I bought a cake, so after
Obviously
we taped-
important information.
But you know what? I hugged all these seniors there, and then I went to the doctor for a COVID test and canceled the show. Not good to wipe out a whole senior center so we could have Joe for ourselves.
Oh, my goodness.
Every Monday from LA, she's going to be on at 7 a.m. with us. Still,
Oh, wow.
she
Oh.
did that for nothing for a year, and now she gets paid. But she was on strike, and now she's
Good for her.
You know why Colbert picked her? Because she does game shows with us, with other young people. Her father has the Punderdome show in Brooklyn, packs the room with hundreds of people. Linda
Fuck that
just
mic.
performed there. Sorry.
What
Little Fields.
what is this show that Colbert is making?
Oh, it's going to be called After Midnight. And Linda used to go to open mics in L.A.
With Taylor Tomlinson.
It's
her
who they
show.
chose.
Oh, she's
She's
the
the
host. Oh, wow.
So Joe told me they picked from 3 people, and Steve Colbert watched and he chose, and then
Nice.
she's the head writer. I mean, you go from not working to working with some seniors older than us, like 90, and she's just a real nice person. She sat after we had the taping, and I bought the cake. She sat among us, and last night she signed her books. She's like a renaissance, but she's the most
She's so humble.
You can't give her a compliment. You can't offer money. Like when she taught the class, I offered some money. Forget it.
You give her a compliment, she'll turn it back on you.
She go, that's because of you. She's just the sweetest person. And I hope you watch her show After Midnight. But she puts on, it's a game show. So
Oh, okay.
she's already expert at just doing, and she was a writer on Jimmy Fallon. And she had a show on Comedy Central she put us on. It was audio.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
It's what you do in the morning. So I said I look for comics and I write them jokes at 6 a.m. and then I find Beatle friends on Facebook and I write them like a Beatle happy birthday, like celebrate 8 days a week or something like that. So Joe interviews you and asks you what you do in the morning. And I told him what I do in the morning.
And then he never asked you that question again.
Well, that's what she asks everybody.
Right.
She has
I would-
But, you know,
teasing.
her boyfriend writes for SNL.
Oh, wow.
So if SNL is
cool.
funny after 40 years, that's good for him, right?
Right.
Of course, yeah.
Doesn't he write for The Onion, too?
Well, that's where he started as
okay.
a youngster. But when she said, like, that's what you do in the morning, I go, you live with someone who writes for SNL. I get to write jokes for people on Facebook at 6 a.m. I don't have the same choice you do.
You're
Well-
a writer.
Yeah, absolutely. She's right.
No, but you get the joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
She says, is that what you do in the morning? I go, you get an alternative. You get to live with someone who writes for SNL. I don't. And he's very nice.
Well, speaking of...
Otherwise, you guys are exactly the same.
She's 40, I'm 74.
Exactly.
I like how a 74 is the opposite of being funny. What you just said. You were like, she's funny, I'm 74.
She's 40, I said.
Oh, okay. I thought
She's 40.
this must be
40.
the accent.
Yeah. She didn't have an accent.
Linda
My
was
brother-
right there with me. She's like, "Yeah, what did she say?"
My
something?"
brother doesn't have an accent, so what went wrong?
I hear.
taught in a tough school, and I had to have talk. You know what? I have something sick to share with you. In Jamaica,
We like sick things.
near where I taught, a man killed 3 of his tenants. One was his girlfriend and 2 tenants. And then he walked into the 113th, I think. That's my precinct at my school. And he said, I think I did something bad. He went crazy. And he stabbed them all. So I got on stage last night and I said, the more bad things that happen in South Jamaica, the better my premises in my jokes. Every time there's a killing there, and I say I taught in the worst school in the whole city, it's good for me.
When they kill, I kill.
That's right.
Good one. Andrew, you're funny. You're funny too, Tony.
Yeah, well, right
Look
back at you. And you guys just did something at the comic strip, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
last night.
Oh, it's just last night.
I hosted, but I was an hour late. I blamed it on Rob's death.
Well, that's what it's there for.
That's
And
what I'm going to be
Linda hosted
blaming
last
on
week.
things for the next couple of weeks.
The guy who does the talent at comic strip, I have
Yeah.
to laugh. Like, he doesn't care about our baby show ever the week. But if George Wallace walks in, he takes a picture. If Adam Sandler walks in, takes a picture. When Jerry Seinfeld gave them $100,000 for his Netflix special to move the stage, he took a picture. When we're there every week, it's like, go back there.
Well, yeah, throw some money at him.
$100,000, I hear, will do it.
Why were you an hour late, young lady?
Why was I late?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was telling people about Rob, and I was putting them on the group, and then I was sad, and then I was talking to people, and before you knew it, the train,
Yeah.
the E was on the F line.
Now, wait a minute, though. But you weren't late.
She was
Nope.
there.
I'm
She leaves in the morning.
crazy. I'm crazy OCD about being early.
No,
I've been
I'm
fired.
the same way. You've been fired for being early?
Yes, I was in a bank and I always had to be early. I was a banker for 24
Right.
years.
Right.
Had to always be early. And we had this new assistant manager and the regular manager, and I was there early every day schmoozing. I wasn't trying to schmooze. I'm just being me.
Right.
So she's new and insecure, barely passed all the tests that came her way. I didn't know all that. But so I'm schmoozing every day with the manager. And when he goes on vacation, and like a couple weeks later, she says, you want my job. I know you do. So you're out of here.
Wow.
Fired
Wow.
for being early all the time.
That's
You know what happened to
crazy.
me for being early at PS 140, the toughest school in all New York? I got mugged, and the city said, we're not giving you anything. You got to school too early. It was my first day. And my mother said, we're going to Israel. Be safe. And outside the gate, a guy punched my arm so that my pocketbook would fall.
Right. That's why I get to do the cross thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You know a lot about it because you're from Astoria.
Because he stole a lot of pocketbooks.
My mother still rocks her pocketbook that way. Like that's,
Does she put her keys through her fingers so if
everybody does that.
Can I
yeah.
ask why our chairs aren't like your chairs?
ergonomics, my dear.
Would you like to switch?
Only 2 of them were bought at the time when they were bought.
Right.
That's
I'm
literally
not a
the only
diva,
reason.
I'm just noticing.
yeah.
Can I tell you a cute story about the chairs?
There's no.
Oh.
So, you're welcome.
We have this
You're
guy
welcome.
on Joke Zoom. He's from war-torn, ravaged Syria, and he lives in Cyprus. So he goes on Joke Zoom, and he's very young and all. Well, he went to Canada, and now he's sitting in an ergonomic chair. Here he was in war-torn Syria, and he moves to Canada, and he's on Joke Zoom all of a sudden with
The nerve
a
of that
beautiful
fucker.
ergonomic chair. And I said, wow,
Forgetting where he came from.
exactly.
Give it up for our troops.
Yeah, right.
And they go, Muad, where are you? Oh, I'm in Canada. He said they have Coke.
That's
at
all
the-
those fucking people in
at the,
Canada do that
comedy
shit.
show.
The chairs.
He loves it. He said they have Coke. He's meeting girls. He's
Nice.
23.
Hey, good. Hopefully he can forget about all that crap.
Yeah, true.
Have you ever noticed the vein inside the Milky Way bar?
Well,
Or is
that's a
that just
Snickers,
something
but
girls
yes.
do?
No.
The vein?
I like my chocolate bars to be veiny.
What do you mean? What?
So if you're ever wondering if a girl is a lesbian, or like say 2 girls, if you're wondering if they're lesbians, if they're eating a Milky Way bar and enjoying it,
Yeah.
some Snickers. If they're
Yeah.
eating a Snickers,
Yeah.
they're not lesbian.
Right.
I
Especially when they
recommend-
pull it completely out unmolested. Yeah.
Unmolested. Wow, Linda, you give me an education. I never knew not only about the vein, but what people are asking about us. That's so cute that he asked that.
See what you're missing, Art Show?
Yeah.
I went all the way to.
All right.
I went.
They're
to
gonna kill
Chicago
me.
to perform, and they didn't pay me.
You could use Stallion. Could have gone on forever. I thought we were talking art.
Now, what is the? You're volunteering for 3 days at Nancy Levine's Ladies Room
Levine.
Fest. Ravine. I don't know who's.
That's
who
how
she is.
Jews talk. Levine.
Oh, Nancy Levine.
Levine
goyim.
would be IGNE.
Okay.
Levine.
What is this?
I'm not
ladies-
jumping out. I'm not helping anybody.
What is
Fuck
this
all.
Ladies Room Fest? What is this that you guys are
It's
doing for
okay,
3
you
days?
go ahead. Okay, so Nancy Levine's a comic, and she puts on a female comedy festival like all the cities have. So we are going to seat people, and in return, we get to watch the coaches coach. We get to watch the contest. We watch 55 comics do 5 minutes each, and they're from around the country. So we know some of them from Facebook. Linda interviewed some of them too, but she's given us guest spots. And tonight she's letting me seat people, and when the show starts, I could go catch Linda's show.
She's letting you see
letting
people?
you see people.
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's so nice.
I wonder
of
where I
you.
can get one of those opportunities.
You cut the sentence in half. She's letting me leave the minute I seat people, so I could go watch Linda's.
Yeah, but you're getting to seat people, though.
Wow, you are. Could you imagine being married to him? Oh, honey, you gave me a $40 steak, and you want to cut it for me.
Thank you for saving me money on the weed that I was going to smoke right after this. Because I'm like tripping balls right now. Whatever the fuck that was. No. Yeah. My wife is like Memento. She forgets everything. Like, I can watch whatever movie I ever like. Hey, let's watch this movie. She's like, have I ever seen it? And I'm like, no.
What's Memento?
And Memento. You've never seen
The
Memento?
candy?
It's a movie. And
You two drop movies a lot. I have a life. Like you said, you have a life. I have a Beatle life.
yeah, this is only like probably the most important movie that Christopher Nolan ever made, because that's what got him all the other jobs.
Like I know who that is.
The guy who Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. No, wow.
It's like the kind
Inception.
of music you like.
Did you ever hear the movie
No,
Inception?
the kind of movies you like.
Put her back in the box.
The kind of music and movies this fella likes aren't acceptable.
I'm interested.
Unacceptable.
Seem like they're pedophile type things. No, I'm like, where are you going with it?
No, I just am not interested.
No,
in
I hear you,
anything
dude.
I'm just not
Basically,
interested.
I'm going to give you the idea of the guy's movie, of this movie. There's a guy who cannot create new memories. So he wakes up every morning and he's trying to solve his wife's murder. And he actually has a tattoo machine that he tattoos some of the clues onto himself in a mirror so he
Did
can
you
read
make
them.
the plastic for that machine?
I wish I did. That would have been fantastic, but it was when I was still in the Air Force. So
You must drink strong coffee to tell me what you just said. That kind of intricacy about a movie on a show that's
well, no,
like
I've
an
had to
hour
explain it to other people who live under rocks. I'm
long.
experienced
You're
at
the kind
that.
of person your wife buys you a beautiful $40 steak and you could fill in the rest of my insult besides chopping it
And
for
I
you.
the shit out of it.
Say, honey, this is being served to me when I'm watching Memento for the 40th time
Which is great. Like, I get to watch things over and over and over again.
while you're eating dinner.
Usually I'm the one who makes dinner, by the way. So
What's your favorite thing to make?
my favorite thing to make is actually, the vegetarian chili that I thought for a second I'd bring in for Tony, then I realized what a waste it would be.
Oh yeah, I would hate that.
It's very spicy for you.
Oh yeah. No.
I hate
good
spicy.
It's like I make a 3-bean chili that
That's why he's stinking up the room today.
yeah that smell was not Tony's broccoli dinner last
I don't know what
night,
you're talking
but,
about.
I think Linda probably had to deal with the beginning of it. She was the first one in,
Yeah.
but yeah. So yeah,
But
chili.
that's a manly man thing to do.
Fart.
Manly melon. Yeah, it smells like man.
Yeah.
Linda liked it. See that?
Yeah. They don't do that out west.
They don't fart.
They don't fart.
Yeah, they
don't-
queef because they're pussies
Wow.
out there. Yeah.
I'm never getting booked again.
Out
Never
west.
getting booked again. Guilty.
I was thinking of the Mormons. They look unmanly,
With their
like-
dress shoes and their white socks.
The way
You ever
they
see that?
look is like the kind of men you're describing, as opposed to New York have Italians. What do you think
Yeah.
of the director, man, at the camera? Did you see his muscles when we were making our movie? He had muscles. He was small, but he had big
Tony was
muscles.
too busy blowing the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, he didn't see any muscles.
Do you remember him? Name. It's a
Oh,
Greek name.
yeah.
He had
George-
muscles.
He's been in here. Yeah.
He looked familiar. Does he do comedy?
No.
He's just been in here.
Jorge?
With Greg.
Oh.
I know who you're talking about. Because he's also Greek.
Yes.
And so I'm
His
feeding into
name-
the stereotype right now. We all know
his
each other.
name, the first three letters. I was
You drove one of those? The Metro, maybe?
no, his three first letters of his last name intrigued me, and I said to myself, "This must be Greek, because it's Greek to me now."
It was like the last three letters were the ones that were like, that's obviously a Greek name.
to me, it's his first three. Do you remember what they are? Like FAX or something, or FAU.
FAUX, I believe.
That's the Fab Four. That's a Beatle group. You're not
That
allowed
sounds
to.
more French than it does Greek. FAU.
He's gonna look it up now.
I am going to look it up.
He is so sweet, but his muscles intrigue me because I go to a personal trainer and I don't have anything, and it's been 5 years. I don't have any muscles.
Well, you can't just go to them.
You have
Yeah, you have to
what
do
she
something.
says.
Actually, like,
We're
do
actually-
some of the
She has-
things they suggest.
She's tiny. My personal trainer's a grandmother, but she doesn't like to be called grandma. But she has muscles when she just moves her arm. She's
Right.
tiny. She's 100 pounds.
See, I keep her in my pocket. Like, you're like,
Yeah,
you're
she
like
kicked my
"This is
ass.
big."
I did that. Even said it.
It's actually FUI.
That's what I mean. Something
Well, that's also
unusual.
still, it's unusual. It's not unusual to
For
be
Greeks.
French. Mine's PLA, so
There he is.
the first three. Yeah. good
Yeah,
for
he's
him.
so sweet.
Yeah, I was
That's
going to
his
say,
son.
calm down.
That's his son.
No,
He has
no,
pictures
that's
of a
him.
boy
Oh, well,
playing
those
football.
are his sons.
The sons
Yes,
are
but
on
that's
either
him.
side, yeah.
But that's him.
Not that I noticed. Not that I went to his page. Linda thinks I snoop on people's pages.
Eyeing up his
I bet
kids,
it-
you weirdo. See that?
She says I look people up and find where they live. What else do I do?
I'll friend somebody. She goes, yeah, you know, he's your friend. Now, I don't know who's my friend and who is. I don't even know who all I've interviewed.
Right.
You know, they go, hey, you interviewed me. I don't remember. I don't remember what you said. She remembers everything
Right.
about my life.
Rob didn't want to be interviewed, and then he did it.
Yeah.
Did you ever interview these two?
You've,
Yeah,
matter of
actually,
fact,
yes.
it was during the lockdown phase of the pandemic, and it was through the veterans. I think it was through Tugboat Manny, is the one that put us in touch originally. So,
Tugboat Manny has a show that Michael Friedman does. Are you part of that?
okay, so there is the Veterans Comedy Assault. I have performed with the Veterans Comedy Assault. I took the class so I could get into the group.
Wow.
To generate clean material, and because I needed it, and so yeah, I proselytize for them. I go around, tell everybody, any young veteran comics, I always tell them, hey, go.
Do you know Andrea? She's in the Army now, and she goes to the G's.
Andrea, no, see, they meet on Wednesday nights, and I have children who I can't just abandon to be able to because my wife
Especially
works late.
Wednesday.
Like I don't get to do a lot of stuff during the week
Well, there's
because of that.
It's a separate thing. I just said there's a girl named Andrea. She goes to Mandy's, and she's in the Army now.
Oh, she goes to Mandy's, not Manny.
Mandy, I know. I'm just saying she's a comic.
Oh, okay.
I changed the subject without telling you.
I hear you. Hey, we're all just here for your.
Linda
It's
thinks
the
I-
Helaine Witt show.
Like there's a squirrel, but then there was a squirrel. She goes, look, Helaine, out your window, there's really a squirrel, and he's having. The squirrels outside my house
Coitus?
have more action than me.
Oh, you were watching
You should
this
film
squirrels?
it.
I know, I
there's
felt
a market
guilty,
for
but
that.
It was fascinating because
You
they
want some
made
extra money?
noises, Tony.
They made noises while they were squirrels were having sex. They're making noises.
The man was chasing the woman. They were swinging around, and I was watching. And then it was during the pandemic. I go, here I am watching the two squirrels. Woo! I'm really.
Because the tree's right at her window level.
So when she said, "There goes the squirrel," she meant it, not just the ADD joke.
Right.
But you were talking about Manny and that show, and
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
answering me, and I interrupted you saying there's a female Army in the Army now.
Which would make sense that we would be talking about Manny
And I said,
and
Mandy
have those two
Jones
things.
has a woman on her show, and I wanted to hook her up with Linda, not for that, but for her.
No, definitely do it that.
You know, I gave her $100 bill for her militaries to pay her military comics.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he'll be on your show and he'll get paid.
I now have a live military comedy show once a month in Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
At the what do you call it? The Marines, yeah. Not as important as the Army. I get it.
Right. It's right next to the crayon factory.
It's
That's
in
for
a
you and
strip
I.
mall with a bunch of Asian restaurants. Like everything is not in
Oriental?
English.
This
Oriental restaurants?
No, they're Asian, yeah.
I don't know. If
What are they,
it's
carpets?
Asian art.
It's Asian. It's not Oriental. My mother, Andy was over.
Did I
and,
say
and he
Oriental?
knows a
No,
lot
I
of. No,
did.
you,
Oh.
yeah.
For a joke.
You were fine.
Oriental. I'm like, are they carpets? Yeah. That's always my response to Oriental.
So there's shows for the veterans, and then
Yes.
the comedian. You just bring any comedian. Like the comedians aren't vets.
Yes, they
Oh,
are.
they're vets too.
But I can have
you can
one
fly out
one
there.
each time that's not a military vet.
Oh, okay.
So it has to be all military vets doing comedy for military, except one can be, like this first, it's once a month, January 6th. The one that is just a military brat is Janet Stewart, meaning she was raised around military.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So it can be somebody that's not. So I'm
She's
so
going to fly
excited.
all the way to Vegas?
Yes,
Great.
just for me.
On Little Christmas, no less.
Right. That's when the lights come down.
The 12th day of Christmas.
Yeah.
And I gave her a $100 bill that I got from our pilot. They handed me a $100 bill.
Oh.
But if you guys come to Vegas, I'll make sure you get on.
Thank you
Well,
very
I
much.
promise.
Can we get Helaine to pay for us to go out there?
Yeah.
She will
No.
do. She knows she will.
If I've learned one thing today, there's no fucking way Helene's going to pay for us to go out to Las Vegas.
You just lost yourself a trip to Vegas.
That's her game
Do you know
show.
I'm a retired teacher with a
Yes.
401k that
Absolutely.
slowly they're taking out every year. I have to go to Charles Schwab about that right away. In fact, I called him to be a bringer. He hasn't called me back.
Dear-
He says, you have not put any money into my company, so why would I go to your stupid comedy show? Because your other friend's in it who does put money into his 401k.
Seriously, if anybody's having any trouble being a bringer and getting people to your bringers, she should teach a master class at it. She it's nothing for her to find bringers.
Nice.
It is. It really
It's a
don't-
talent. It's
yeah.
got to be like
Yeah.
no doubt. Like non-ironically, 100%. Like it's not something that I'm particularly good at. So
Yeah, she's really good at enrolling people in a possibility that they didn't want. I mean, like and I don't mean that.
this
bad.
sounds like Stockholm syndrome.
When I pay for them and they don't show up, a different side of me comes out.
Yeah, it should.
What do you mean you overslept? That cost me $14 plus the fee, plus the 2 drinks.
I wouldn't mess with you if you were mad. I don't want to make you mad.
Thank you, Tony.
You wouldn't like her if she's mad.
You wouldn't like. Linda will go back to Vegas without you knowing where she went if she gets mad.
Every time the going has gotten tough in my life,
Yeah.
I've gotten going. I just have
Christmas Eve or Christmas Day 4 years ago.
I've taken off so many times from life when it got rough, but now I quit doing that.
Nice.
So
And if you don't mind me getting serious for a second, and we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to,
sure.
but you mentioned your daughter before.
Yes.
Is anything new there?
Movement.
So she still hasn't responded to anything, and you know Heather Lehrman.
Oh, sure.
She did a search on the computer and found that there was some address in Utah, so I had the police go there, and nothing came back on that. So it's probably not true, or else they got a hold of her, and she said, "I don't want my mother to know nothing." So I have a missing persons report out on my daughter, just so that if she does show up at some government, like renewing her license, which she should have done in September, that I'll get notified.
Right.
But nothing has happened yet. And through the search that Heather did for me, we found out that she has like 10 or 12 emails she's using and 10 or 15 aliases. And one of them is mine. She's using my alias. How cool is that? She's using my name.
She's using your name
Tell
as
them
an
what
alias.
happened with the 1700.
You tell her. Oh, well, that's kind of divulging a little too much.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just-
we
that
didn't
was-
go in there, so
Yeah.
Right.
I-
We have
No harm, no
idea.
foul.
that I-
Right.
Yeah, but there's been some evidence of the.
And how old is she?
She's now 47.
Right. So she has every right to say, yeah, don't tell her anything about me. I'm living my life. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
hopefully not. But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
You
But
would
I
hope that would-
spoiled her rotten. And then when I got hit by a drunk driver, I couldn't spoil her rotten anymore.
Right.
And then she didn't, that's when the rubber met the road, and that's when we went our separate ways.
So that's a long time though.
I know.
You haven't seen her since then?
9
Well,
years.
I found out she's working in a gas station as a cashier in Marietta. That was like 5-6 years ago. So, or maybe 8 years ago. Who knows? It's just been a long time.
Yeah.
So I went looking through every gas station in Marietta and never found her. And then one day I'm minding my own business, which I never do. And I'm going through a furniture store, and they normally have coffee. And they didn't have coffee, so I went over to the gas station. So I'm good. I go get my coffee and I bring it to the register. And my daughter's the cashier.
Oh my God.
And so I said to myself, so she didn't notice me. And she goes, will that be all? And I said, yeah. She looks at me, and then she changed her voice. She goes, thank you very much. And I'm like, you came out of my hoo-ha. Changing your voice won't do it.
Right.
Whatever. So I noticed that I just said, thank you, Lisa. Have a nice life. I mean, you want nothing to do with me. What else? I mean,
Yeah.
put out the olive branch and let you know, free to have your life, I guess. And then I got contacted by the police, I don't know, a year and a half ago. We think your daughter's homeless walking around Marietta. So
Right.
that was-
I think this is when
Yes,
we.
that's the last I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
You
hearing.
saw
Yeah.
her with your sister.
yeah, but
Right.
we don't think that's true.
Okay. Good. Well, that's good.
But then
Oh, yeah,
your
that's very good, yeah.
ex-husband also went to the gas station and she ran in the back.
Oh, my ex-husband. who
Her father?
Yeah, her dad. We're in touch maybe once a year. Have you heard anything more from her?
Right,
And
okay.
he's become a very proselytizing Christian. When
Aye.
I met him, he was like the opposite.
Right.
And now he's done swinging the other way, so to speak. And
Playing for the other team.
so he's like, oh, have you heard from her? And I go, oh, Gary, guess what? She is now, they think, homeless, but I found her, blah, 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 at this gas station. So he took a trip. I said, would you take a trip down? Because she wanted nothing to do with me. I thought, well, we'll try it again. He goes down there, and she goes and locks herself in the bathroom and asks the manager to have her father leave.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of hurtful to try to go because you get
Yeah.
rejected all
Yeah,
over.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
that's why I do comedy.
Right on.
That's the day I started it when that all happened.
Right.
With Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah, Taylor Tomlinson was there when I started. Poor
Joe
thing.
Firestone's going to ask Taylor if she remembers going to the Ponderosa with Linda in the carpool.
Okay.
She'll say, Linda, who?
Ponderosa, I remember.
says, "I'm-"
But I can't remember who was with me. I love the Ponderosa.
You say,
Salad bar
"Excuse
for
me,
days.
Let me get this straight. I'm the star, the new star of a late night show, and you are asking me if I remember who I was with the first day I did comedy? Are you fucking crazy, Joe Firestone? Go do your job writing this show and get out of my face.
You never know, though.
It's true. It's true.
You never know.
Yeah, and then she could say she's doing a one-woman show tonight.
Yeah.
The Triad.
At
One
the Triad.
woman.
7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. And if
We got
anybody,
tickets.
if anybody tries to heckle me, oh man, you know what heckle rhymes with? Schmeckle.
And she'll cut it off.
Nice
She's half
schmeckle.
Jewish. She's half Jewish. She won't
Yeah.
just cut off the tip.
Yeah.
We give you a
Right.
tip.
So, all right. So that's tonight at the Triad. And right, you said before, like, how do they get tickets?
They can go on Ripple Effect Arts on Facebook, and the link is there. And if you scroll down, like to the Dead Sea Scrolls on my page, because I overpost, you'll see it there somehow.
Rock and roll.
Ripple
Well,
Effect Artists.
Yes,
Right.
or Ripple Effect Arts, maybe.
Something.
Okay, I have artists.
Oh, thank you.
We'll try both. Jesus Christ.
Well,
What the
there
fuck
you go.
else are you doing, people?
Well, it's worth it.
Well,
It's worth it.
nothing but watching Memento.
If you haven't seen it, Helaine, I think you would love it.
All right, so then they can see Helaine tomorrow night here in the Giggle Room.
7:30. Don't go to the main room, which is free. Pay $23 and $2 fee, and come see amateurs because that makes
They
sense.
sent out the email.
And
They
here's
could
proof
see
we're
Joey
not
Cullen for free, but why would they? They'd come and see us amateurs.
Or they can go to New Jersey on December 1st and see you.
How'd you know?
Because
does
he's a
his
fucking
homework.
professional.
Thank you.
Doing my job.
That's
And
so
here's,
sweet.
here's how you know we're not lesbians. Because we both like Snickers.
They love
'cause of the
Snickers.
vein.
But
in their mouths.
At the same time.
Oh, kind of like a Lady in the Tramp? Little Lady in the Tramp kind of
yes,
action with the Snickers
exactly,
bar? Full size.
exactly.
I'll spring for the full
Linda,
size.
let me get this straight. You didn't want it to be about the Beatles, and look what it turned into, the underlying theme of the show that nobody ever brought up ever.
Sorry, Helaine, but this is way more important than the Beatles. I'm
Well,
sorry.
not only that, but like you betray that you don't watch the show because this is the underlying theme of every show.
Well, that's true, too. That's true. All right, Helaine, I'll give you
Okay.
one trivia question,
Okay, but
then
you're
we're going to
better
go.
at this
Here
stuff
you
than
go.
me.
Trivia.
The questions
Yeah.
on these songs are on these things are so ridiculous.
He's very
Which
good.
Capitol Records employee was in charge of overseeing the label's initial promotion of the Beatles? Like who? I don't even. Who
Hyman
knows that?
Lipschitz.
Yeah, exactly.
Ayahuasca.
What were the only two songs on the Yesterday and Today album that had never been on any album before?
Oh, boy.
Oh, I thought you would know that one.
Yeah, I might. Give
All right,
me
go
a
ahead.
chance.
All right, calm down.
I don't, I'm senile now, as Linda said, and I don't remember what's on Beatle albums. But let me say, what's that one? Not Things We Said Today, that's on Something New. Just drop that out there. Okay, I don't know.
Something with sunflowers.
No. We can work it out in
We can
Day
work
Trip.
it out in Day Trip.
My brother used to do that, I think. Linda sings like that when Linda does karaoke without the words in front of her. She sings with the radio, but she says it right after the word.
Right.
Oh, do you sing too?
I can sing.
Come on, take us out with something.
The
Okay.
Pretender.
I'm going to get excited. I'll tell you that right now.
Can I turn it on or not?
Yeah, you can.
She sings
you already
with the
did.
Pretender. That's what she
Well,
opens
if
with.
by it you mean
What else? What it mean?
I thought you happily married.
I am.
Great Pretender.
It's all about fun. Helaine, jeez.
We're just having fun.
Exactly.
The Great Pretender by the Platters.
He's telling Tony
Now
to
we've
shut
turned
up now.
the podcast has become an ASMR.
I don't know if we have time for this.
You know, all right, while you do, actually, and I know you guys do have to go
Yeah.
soon. All right, so let me, I have a little video here to play for Andy. Here we go.
Aw.
Oh, I hope there's sound. I don't know if you can.
Okay,
See.
I guess I could see that. Yeah. Who's that?
I can play
Happy
a bar
birthday.
or two.
Hope
Oh.
it's magical.
It is now.
Whatever.
Linda, the show is only like an hour and a half, 2
Happy
hours.
I
birthday.
know.
Just sing a cappella.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
the
you,
persuasion.
Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
That's a
Carol Miner sending Andy a little birthday message. I tried to get a few people to send you some birthday messages, and that was the only one that came in.
I could have told you that.
What are you doing? Are you all right?
She's talking.
Yeah. Well, no. It already happened.
yeah, that's on a
That's
delay.
a delay.
So it
That's
already
very
happened.
Sweet.
She's the one who made that
Yes, she's
shirt
yes,
and
she's-
wore it.
Uh oh. She's
You want to
really
hear a
moving in
little
on
bit?
your
Just a
marriage.
couple bars?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if it'll play. Oh, yes, I'm the great pretender. Pretending that I'm. That's enough.
Stop mid sentence. Very nice. So how long you here for this time?
I'm here through the end of the month. The 30th, I go back, and I'll be here all of April.
Oh, very nice.
Because of
I'm-
Helaine.
We're going to Italy. Karen, Margaret,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
this group
Oh, nice.
of comics that went to Rhode Island to this clean comedy festival, and this
Yeah.
guy there said, I'm American, but I live in Italy, and I'm going to put on a comedy show, and we all said we're going to go.
So you guys are going to perform there?
She's going to watch my cat. She's going to stay here.
Oh, you're not going?
She's
I'm
staying.
watching the cat.
She
Nice.
likes New York.
And you
She
said you're not
wanted to go
lesbians.
to Rome. She wanted to go.
I'll be performing for the cat.
Yeah, that's what I do. Everything I do is for the cat.
Listen, you cannot say something like that and not expect, like, you're going to play with her pussy, is what we're saying?
But I'm
right? That wasn't me. You guys did that, okay?
That's right.
I didn't fucking do that, so let's not try to make, Andy's a fucking creep.
Do you do voiceovers?
I did, not professionally.
I think someone should.
Sounds like I'm just an amateur voiceover person.
You're very good. Tony, I'm going to take her to England to see I have a friend who's sick, and I want to take her to see the 2 statues in Liverpool that I care about. She can give it to. So I'm going to take her to England, too, and we'll do some
Like the
lights there.
Liverbird on the Capitol, on the States building,
know?
whatever. Because I'm a huge Liverpool, you'll never walk alone. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain.
And you'll never.
Yeah.
You.
I'm a
singer?
Liverpool support. No,
Oh, you love the.
I mock people
you love
singing, just like dancing. I'm a good mock dancer.
You love the team Liverpool.
Yes,
I thought you said it was good.
You'll never walk alone. Yeah,
I love that song.
yeah. Likewise, I love it, and it
You
is
just took my
moving to
thunder
hear
about.
the Liverpool Stadium, Anfield.
You know what
The
happened
entire yes, well, not there. It happened just down the road, but they were Liverpool.
Did you ever go
supporters.
there to the team? My
I
friend loves
have
the
not.
team.
No,
She just had a
closest I
baby.
got was at Holyhead in Wales. Bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to cut this off because
Yeah,
you guys have to
that's
be
right.
in New York City soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm going to
So
go
you
to
gotta go.
Liverpool to see 2 statues,
Right.
Tony. I thought you'd
right.
say which 2. I'm so spoiled. I know you
Well, I
can't.
think he said it.
He talking about his
Which
team.
2?
Brian Epstein and the Beatles, the new Beatle statue with the 4 of them, and
Yep.
somebody put masks on them.
Yep, I know which one
Did
you're
you
talking
ever
about.
see the suitcases statue?
No, I don't.
It's in Liverpool.
think
Well,
You guys got to go to New York.
you know, if Tony didn't rush home so fast from London, he could have gone to Liverpool. But no, Tony
Yeah, I've
saw
never
his
been
friend.
there. I've never been to Liverpool, but
Bad
that'll be
Beatle fan.
hopefully the next trip.
Bad Beatle fan.
Sorry.
He's trying to sign.
All right, we're out of here. Maybe go to the city tonight, maybe?
Maybe.
Definitely come tomorrow to the Giggle Room. Some of the comedians you'll see on the Governor's stage this weekend. Nikki Smiggs, Joe Curry, Wally Collins, the Uptown Comedy Show. And then today is Friday. So Don Sill tonight at 8 o'clock talking to Clayton Fletcher. And it looks like, if you're available, it looks like Sunday. Sunday we're going to do Green Room. Sunday night, not Saturday. So we'll
And Sunday is the Sunday Funnies.
that is correct.
Because Linda was on it last week.
Oh, were you?
That's what I was saying. She got on.
Nice.
Oh, all right. I didn't know what you were referring to.
Yeah.
And as my sister would say, it's because I'm not from here. Not because I'm good. I'm just
Oh.
not from here.
I mean, Ange
Look at what
doesn't
she
put
knows,
me on,
right?
Tony.
What do you mean Ange doesn't put you? Well, come here Sunday and tell her to put
It
you on.
doesn't work that way. They're already so full. By then.
Yeah? All right.
No,
Well,
James told me to call. And then when I call, she says, I don't know you. And I go, James
Oh.
doesn't know me. You have to tell her.
Say you're from Vegas.
It's a good idea. Tell her you're from England.
Sound like
Good
it.
cop, bad cop.
Tell you know Paul McCartney. All right, we're out of here. Everybody, enjoy yourselves. We'll see you guys later. Thank you, ladies. This was fun as always.
Thank you.
See ya.
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
Have a great night or what?
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants,